I want to welcome you to today's live broadcast of the 21st day of June 2025. Today is Saturday, it's a weekend. My mission here today is simple: to open our minds up to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about in a particular video of the court session, after the court session of 2 days ago, the 19th day of June 2025. Now, some of you might not have seen that video, but I'm going to play it here as we go on. But I want you to understand something, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has spent 4 years. 2 days ago, 19th of June 2025, made it 4 good years Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in jail. And if you look at, and if you are very sensitive, you'll discover that there has been calculated plan and design by people to put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in harm's way using their ignorant behavior and tactics. And I want you to understand also that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being in detention right now is very, very critical to the security of Biafra land. If you don't think or understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration has a fundamental impact or implication on the situation in Biafra land, basically, then you are not sensitive to activities and things that are happening. And so my purpose here is to use the current statement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made on the 19th of June in the last court session, after the court session, to give you a vivid understanding of why we should stop some certain things, think critically outside the box, and do the right thing for him to come out. I want to remind you that the Nigeria contraption is a criminal system that looks for every loophole to indict those they want to actually deal with. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a friend of the contraption, neither is he a friend of the British Empire. And so the method or the calculated effort to indict him and destroy him is very broad spectrum, to the point that they would look for everything being done around Biafra land as an alibi to work against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why I have come here today using the last statement Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made in the last court session, after the court session of the 19th of June, to open our eyes to some things we must know. This broadcast will be loaded, and I want you to take every information coming from this place as very authentic and very genuine. First of all, I want to put this to us. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that 4 years of sit at home has made no impact? Let me tell you, the truth about it is that the sit at home does not do anything to the federal government of Nigeria. You know why? The oil refineries are producing. They are still transporting oil every day, even on the day of sit at home. And oil is the main bane of Nigeria's sustenance. Aside the ones, the gold and other things they steal from Zamfara and other places. Oil from Biafra land is basic to the Nigeria system. So for the past 4 years, we keep talking about sit at home. We have not made any impact, because sit at home has no impact on the federal government's economic existence or sustenance. Let me make this clear to you. You see, it will be very, very unfortunate if we are still myopic, thinking that sit at home has an implication. and could be sustainable or could be effective enough to stop Nigeria contraption from holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm bringing you this, I'm taking it step by step so that when we get to it, by the time I play the video and explain the statement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will understand it better. It is clear that the sit at home has no impact at all. But it only helps those who are using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's position or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's influence to bewitch you and collect your resources and your monies every Saturday and all the times they levy money on you. That is what it is achieving. If they are telling you that sit at home is making an impact, just know that you are being bamboozled and being deceived, and it is obvious that you, because you are not thinking constructively. Sit at home has no impact because it does not affect at all the allocation that comes to the states. It does not affect at all the allocation that comes to the federal government. It does not stop at all the oil revenue they gain from Biafra land, which is the main bane of their economic sustenance. It does not stop anything. It only makes all those people who would collect money from shops in the markets, collect dues and all of that, not to, but if you talk about the banks still transact because what goes on is online banking these days. Online banking is predominant. So if you think that your sit at home is making any sense, that means you are very foolish. That means you have no faculty of reasonable or constructive analysis of situation. And that is why I want to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's statement here as a means, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is wise. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a coward. He's wise and he is very smart. But if you continue to think that you would use your myopic style of reasoning to bewitch Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and keep him continually incarcerated and to blackmail him and to give the Nigeria contraption evidences that he is actually, and to indict him, evidences to indict him, then you are wicked and not sensitive. Either you are ignorant or you are wicked and not sensitive to the things that are very, very factual to the narrative of today. Now, let me tell you something. Because the Nigeria contraption is a criminal organization, they are looking for everything possible to nail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is the truth. So, what happens these days is that, or what has been happening all this while, is this. People go around, those who claim to be fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some of our illiterate boys who don't understand what it means to actually fight for freedom. They think it's just to carry weapons and go to a street and shoot one policeman and the policeman dies, or shoot two military men or three of them in the vehicle moving and then shoot them or throw something, grenade into their stuff and blow up their stuff and kill them. That is freedom fighting. You are just messing up the system and messing up things for our leader who is incarcerated. And if you continue this way, you are giving the Nigeria contraption a very fundamental ground to nail him, because they are corrupt. They would use it against him. And so that is why you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would always come out and say, IPOB is not part of this. You know why? What you are doing is not effective. It's not taking anybody anywhere. It is not moving Biafra forward. If you think that killing one policeman somewhere or one military man in a corner is actually moving us forward, it is not moving us forward. It is only dealing with our men and making sure our young men are being captured, their organs harvested and killed. That is what is happening. If you want to understand what it takes and what it means to actually have an influence over your terrain, look at what is happening in Sudan. That is when you talk about being impacting. You are impacting, truly impacting. In Sudan, the RSF today are controlling territories because they strategically went for what they want. If you want to go all out for freedom fighting and to get your independence, you must be tactically ready. It is not about taking AK-47 and go and shoot people somewhere. No, it is a wrong approach. The best way to go into that armed stuff is to first set a structural design that will sustain your armed struggle. If you don't have that structural design, you are failing. The sustenance is not people coming online and telling you that, hey, today, tomorrow we have fundraising. No. Do you hear the RSF in Sudan talk about fundraising? No. Do you hear them at all talking about coming to do this or come, let's gather money? They don't do that because they don't need all those nonsense, those publicity. They have a sustained financial control. The best way to go into armed struggle is to be sustained strongly financial, having a financial base. And that was what Mazi Nnamdi had before he released ESN. But now it has been destroyed. And so what we do is people manipulating people to raise funds so that they will take the funds and use the funds for themselves and use 10% to buy weapons for other ones and give them food to eat. And those ones will go on into the system, constituting nuisance, killing people, just wasting the bullets and then creating content for those who will come and ask you for more money. You must understand these things. It is time, it's high time we stood up and understand. Biafrans, oh my God, I don't know when we're going to learn our lesson. I don't know when we're going to learn our lesson. But if we're not learning now, then something is wrong. It is either we are bewitched or we are so ignorant of the fact. Please, as you join in, like this video and share, because I want this to go. It is important for this to go very viral. I'll be showing the video today of what Mazi Nnamdi said, and sustain and accepting the fact of what he said in that video, because it was talking about true understanding and sustenance of the freedom. Now remember, he is in the detention, he is in the hands of the enemies, right? And the enemies would always want to create chaos within Biafra land so that they can use it to nail him, right? If you don't understand this, then you don't understand anything. The reason why they would always allow chaos in Biafra land is because they are looking for substance to nail him. So you should understand this. So in the first place, let's look at the idea of sit at home. We have tried it for 4 years. It didn't work. We should understand that it's not effective. It's common sense. When you are doing something over and over and it's not working, you should understand that you are wasting your time. Now, the Nigeria contraption understands that it is not working. They know it is not working, but they will continue to pretend as if, so that they will make you distracted, thinking that visit at home is affecting them, because they want to keep you away from your financial sustenance and keep you hungry. Because they know that you will continue to be hungry, you will continue to fight for yourself, and when you are in your house thinking you are relaxing, Fulanis will come to your house and shoot you and kill you. Because haven't you heard when people are sitting at home in the house, they go and kill them? Because it is a strategy for the Fulanis to kill our people. You will be at home, your children will be at home, your family members will be at home, because you call it sit at home. And so it is easy to eliminate that family. And it is also easy for the military to come, cause chaos somewhere, through those people that are causing problems, those ignorant Biafrans who carry weapons, moving around, telling you that they are doing water, and then they kill, and then they will use that sit at home to come and kill the family in the house. The military will come and kill people, or take their young ones, harvest their organs, or kill their father, or take them and use them for what they want to use them for. So it is a structural self-destruction that is a calculated effort to destroy ourselves foolishly and ignorantly. That is why sit at home is not sustainable. It doesn't make sense. The sit at home does not stop the Nigeria contraption from getting their finances and their resources every time from Biafra land, because the oil passed through the pipelines. Sit at home does not stop the oil from flowing. The banks operate online. Sit at home does not stop the banks from operating. It is only the one-man businesses, people doing their little businesses in their shops and all of that is affected. And what is the value of the resources that is collected from the shops every time compared to what these people get? They are still making their bills and monies from the oil and other aspects and other corners. And they are making their monies. And in fact, it is not even all the shops that people are scared of coming out, that people are not coming out. The banks still operate, and people do majorly online business today. Today is not POS or maybe online banking. Many people, in fact, if you go to if you want to get money right now, whether bank is open or closed, you can go to POS and get it, or you can go to their ATM, stand and get it. So, what is the effect of the sit at home, other than destroying yourself, destroying your economy, and causing retardation in our system and keeping you vulnerable, because all of you will gather at home, and then the Fulanis will come and invade, or the military will come and invade in the guise of that, in the guise of trying to capture those people who have shot some of their men or who have killed some of their men. They will come to your community, invade, and kill you. These things are fundamental. Now I'm going to play the video where Mazi Nnamdi spoke, because I want us to listen to this, and this is what I'm going to use for my analysis today. Now I want you to observe the body language of Mazi Nnamdi. I want you to also have this in mind before you listen to that video. One, the Nigeria contraption is looking for loopholes to hold Mazi Nnamdi. They are looking for loopholes. You should understand that. So every action we take that is not constructive enough is a loophole. If the actions we are taking are able to shake the system before they can even do anything against anybody, it is a different ballgame. But the actions we are taking are not on a solid base. Please, I want our people to always reason. The actions of attacking military men, laying them on the road, ambushing them and killing them, is not substantive enough. It's not strong enough. It's not basic and fundamental enough to actually give us leverage over the contraption. It only keeps our young men and our young boys in a situation of quagmire, or in a situation where they become vulnerable to the activities of the Nigeria contraption, killing them, harvesting their organs, taking them into custody, and making money from them. That is what it is doing. It is never productive at all. We should understand this. It is not productive. The only way it would have been productive, very productive, is when the day, that moment Mazi Nnamdi created ESN. It was a massive program. It was enough to withstand the force. It was enough to create tension, and that was why they decided to go all out. Join partnership or partner with some of the people within the DOS and outside the DOS, some Biafrans, to make sure that they were able to catch Mazi Nnamdi, relay him and capture him, and kidnap him and torture him, and extraordinarily renditioned him to Nigeria. That was why they did all those things. They spent millions of dollars to do that, because they want to go. They know that it is dangerous. But why are they not complaining about all this? Why are they not going so strong on all these little things that happen? What they do is this: they know that these ones are just criminal elements somewhere, 1, 2, 3, 4, committing crime somewhere, and they know that they can use it as a way of indicting Mazi Nnamdi and IPOB. So they would allow all these things to happen. They fund them to carry out this little crime and criminality around, and when they commit all this crime, they would now come to them. They will now come and say they want to capture those who committed the crime, and they'll come to the communities, capture our boys, take our ladies, impregnate some of them, rape some of them, use some of the boys, capture them, either give them money to join their own criminal organization like JTF and other things, the other what they call them, Boago or whatever they call it. Give them, and some of them they harvest their organs, kill them, take their organs, sell their organs, and all of that. And that is what is happening. And we are foolishly allowing them to get away with it. Now watch this particular video and watch Mazi Nnamdi body language in this video, and then listen to what he's saying, and listen to what Barrister Maxwell is saying, and listen to Mazi Nnamdi and what he's saying. You will see by the body language, you will see that it has an implication based on what is on in courts. They have understood the language of the courts, and the language, that we are rejecting. We have said we are against the trial of Mazi Nnamdi. But you see, even when the barristers were saying that they are against trial, they still went for the trial. You know why? Because when you give the enemy a space, they would use it against you. If they don't come to court, they will say it's contempt of court. Even if they are clamoring, saying that, Mazi Nnamdi cannot be tried in Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi still came to court. Even if, of course, it is obvious that he cannot be tried. It is illegal. They are carrying out illegal trial. But he still came to court. You know why? Wisdom. You must not give your enemy the chance to indict you. This is one of the law and strength that we should understand. Law of success. Don't give the enemy room. Even if you know what they're doing is illegal, don't claim to be right at that point in time, even if you are right. But make sure that you don't give them loophole to come against you. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi is in court. That is why the lawyers are coming to court. Not because they feel and they believe in the trial or whatever. You heard Barrister Ejiofor, he has said it before, that they have to be in court, or else they will see it as a loophole against him. So he has to be in court so that they don't use it as a loophole against him. So now that he is in court, and he decided to come to court when they know that he knows that it is illegal, the trial is illegal, yet they still constituted the court to try him, and he decided to come. Then the next thing they're going to do is to look for loopholes which our people would use to indict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whether ignorantly or intentionally. And those are the loopholes that we want to stop. First of all, sit at home is not a loophole, but sit at home endangers the lives of the people and economy of the people, not even the government, because they are still making their business, they're still doing their things. You should understand this. This government is still going on and enjoying their loot and stealing from the people, stealing the resources, taking the oil, taking all that natural resources, and doing what they have to do. The people are the ones suffering it. They don't sell on Mondays. They are at home on Mondays, and they are vulnerable because if they are at home, they will relax. They might be sleeping. They might be doing something else, and Fulani will just come there, or Nigeria government militias or their military men will come there and shoot and begin to come capture the man, capture the woman, or capture their children, and say they are arrested for some kind of criminality somewhere, or shooting of some military men somewhere, or attacking a police station, and then they take them away. Now, why do you go to shoot a police station when you know that you don't have the fundamental means of stopping the military coming back to pick the boys from that place? Why do they do that? Ask yourself. All these guys you people are funding, all these criminal elements around which you people are funding in the name of water. Why don't you ask yourself questions as you do this? Do they have the fundamental or the capacity to withstand or to stop the military after killing the ones they waylay and shoot them and burn their vehicle? And then now why don't they stay there if they have the might and the strength? Why can't they be around there to secure that community where they did that evil or that corruption? Because it's part of corruption. Yes, it is part of it. Yes, we know that the military is against our people and they are fighting against our people. But you also are committing atrocities and evil by carrying out an action that you know will put the people in trouble. When you know that you cannot defend them when they resurface, or when they recoup and come in their mass to carry people or arrest people in that community, or kill some of the young men, harvest their organs, you know you don't have the energy and the strength and what it takes to secure that community from such reprisal, and you commit atrocities, you run to your bush, you leave that community vulnerable, then they come for the young men, and then you see it as another alibi. They have taken people from this place. Now we will show them we are going to do this. Don't worry, Biafrans contribute money. We need to buy more weapons. We need to deal with these people. It is water all the way. We are doing this. We are doing that. We are doing this. We keep talking nonsense because you use every point as a means of building content to deceive the gullible to fund your organization or your system or your structure or your criminality that you built under the guise of supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then you give the military the room to come again, catch our young boys, kill them, and then you use it again to build content for yourself, call for more fundraising that you're going to. And it is baseless because it doesn't have the capacity to stop the military from coming back. So why do you commit some crimes that are not capable or that will not be effective, that you will not be effective there to stop them from even coming back to deal with our people? This is the problem we're talking about, and we must stop this evil. And that was what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about in this video. Please, I'm going to play it right now so that you can listen to it. I'm going to play that video right now. Let me bring it out now, because I want us to listen to this. Please, just watch Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's body language and listen to the things Maxwell said, and then listen to their body language as he's talking, the way he's expressing, and the message he's trying to pass, because he knows the court will see the message. He knows the judge will see the message. He knows the Nigeria contraption will see the message. They know that everything they are doing right now, they would actually see the message. And it will be an attestation in court that this man is not supporting the evil or the criminality going on in Biafra land. That was why this video was made. But you must understand the content. In the first place, why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dwell on sit at home? Why did he dwell on sit at home? Because he knows that our people use the sit at home as a means of criminality. Now you're going to listen to this And please listen to it and get sense. Very, very important. Listen.
Nobody should take instruction. All instruction should be from now. Anybody needs instruction, I also can put their affairs on the school. Over on everybody. This is the movie. Making progress, and I see that the high speed. Really, they do now. President, the high speed. So now we're not seeing any instructions at home. It's not so that it is. Yes. From that person. When there's on your own, and the other, so can it be?
I guess you all saw that. I guess you all saw that. You all saw that. You all saw that, right? Now I am going to explain that video to you. I want to explain that video to you. I guess you all saw it. Now, first of all, Maxwell began with the fact that sit at home is not an order from Mazi Nnamdi. And that is true. It is not an order from Mazi Nnamdi. And initially, we supported it because we felt that it is going to be utilized and effective to see that we put pressure on the Nigeria contraption. But later discovered that they were only hollering. The Nigeria contraption would come on media and talk about sit at home is a problem and all of that, so that you would only think and dwell on sit at home and only think that sit at home is affecting them and use it as a means of manipulating you and deceiving you that you are hitting them hard. But they know that they are using it to buy time. So you will be looking forward to the next sit at home. You will be looking forward to the next at home is a weapon in your hands. They were using it to deceive you so that they would continue to keep Mazi Nnamdi in detention and so that the Fulani herdsmen will continue to spread in our bushes, because they know that the release of Mazi Nnamdi will begin to draw the Fulanis back from our bushes. So the strategy is make them believe that the sit at home is having an effect, so that they'll be looking up to every sit at home, the next sit at home, the next sit at home. They will not be thinking of taking an action now that is so drastic that can bring about a total crumbling of our plans as a government or as a contraption or as the Fulani hegemony. So we keep deceiving them, that believing that the next court case they are going to sit at home, and keep telling them from their media that the sit at home is effective. Keep talking about what they are losing. But of course, we know that they will say they don't care. They will want to continue to sit at home. So we would use that as a means of holding Mazi Nnamdi because we know that the sit at home is not affecting us. So we would keep holding Mazi Nnamdi and keep making them think that the sit at home is effective, so that they will begin to think and continue to think that sit at home is what they should look up to every time Mazi Nnamdi is coming out. And it will help to put pressure on us. But we know it's not going to put pressure on us. And so we will keep buying time. And as we are spreading the Fulani herdsmen into their bushes, Mazi Nnamdi is still locked up. We are spreading them into their bushes. All they are doing is look forward to Mazi Nnamdi, the next court case, and they sit at home. So Mazi Nnamdi has read the whole fundamental idea around the so-called sit at home and the faculties of all of this stuff. Mazi Nnamdi now understands that the sit at home is now a weapon in the hands of Nigeria contraption to mess up the whole agenda and to ridicule our intellectual, ability to reason properly, and to massively deceive us to think that things are working. That is what the Nigeria contraption, that is what they are doing. Making us believe that the sit at home is effective. That is why they will send some people in the media. Those ones will come to talk. Sit at home. The sit at home is disturbing the economy. No, it is not disturbing anything. It is only helping them to make you believe that you are getting at them. And then with that, you will think that all you need to do is wait for the next court case for Mazi Nnamdi to be brought to court, and then you will decide to sit at home. And then, of course, you'll be looking forward to the next Monday to sit at home thinking you are dealing with them, and they give you a soft weapon that is not effective, the weapon of sit at home. So they have seen it that the sit at home is something you like and you want to do it every time. So they allow you to enjoy the weapon of sit at home so that you would lose your guards and think that all you need is the sit at home to continue to do what you are doing, and then give your monies to the criminals who will be funding some militia, who will be carrying out criminal activities in Biafra land, and then they will use those criminal activities to indict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and make sure that they make him criminally liable to all of what you are doing. That's the design. That's the plan. That's the idea. And so what we must understand, that why Maxwell is talking about orders coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at that point in time. First of all, they want us, Maxwell is trying to paint a picture here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB. Remember, what was talked about is IPOB, not any other group. So you should understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is about IPOB. It's not about any other thing. He has nothing to do with any other group that is making noise out there. Just know that you are on your own if you are following them, because it is one man's criminality that is just manipulating and stealing from you and wants somebody somewhere. And you should understand this. So now listen. Maxwell is trying to play a very, very intelligent game here. First of all, he tells you that you should understand that it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that gives the command. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader, meaning and passing a message to the Nigeria contraption that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in control of IPOB. Now, as the leader of IPOB, he has not given orders for sit at home. Now, to give an impression that every action of the sit at home is illegal because the leader has not given, or it's not potent, or it's not not the word potent, it's not legitimate because the leader has not given that order. Now, what he's trying to do here is all the crimes and criminality that surrounds the so-called sit at home, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not part of it. So whatever people do using the sit at home is not going to be linked to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because as the leader of IPOB, he has not said and has not ordered sit at home. Simple and short. That is what Maxwell was trying to pass across. First, he established in that video that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB. Two, he now established that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not given orders for any sit at home, because based on the grounds that the Nigeria contraption has against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the sit at home has been used by many groups to commit crime in Biafra land. So if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the one giving the orders for the sit at home, you cannot say he is the one responsible for the crimes being committed by these criminals. Because as the leader of IPOB, which was established by what Maxwell said in that video, he is not working and he is not giving orders that sit at home continues. Now you can see the tactical, the tactics and the strategic idea behind that video. So you guys should understand that this is also another message to the courts. One, Maxwell passed across Mazi Nnamdi Kanu standing by his side and concurring to what Maxwell is saying. Maxwell said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB, and as the leader of IPOB, he has not given any orders for sit at home. So the court cannot use anything concerning the criminality that the sit at home is being used to commit, place it on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or on IPOB. Very tactical idea and very constructive. And these are the things that I want us to understand. The message behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's proclamation through Maxwell and what he also said. Now listen. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader, remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has stood in court before to declare that Buhari cannot do him anything. He is fearless. So there is nothing he was trying to hide. Which you see, we keep playing this narrative, and that is what those criminals have been using against you. They play that narrative to make you believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying what he is because he's under duress, he's under tension, he's been manipulated to say what he's going to say, and he doesn't want to be held liable and all of that and all of that. And yes, he doesn't want to be held liable, but the truth about it is that even the game you are playing is not working, because Mazi Nnamdi knows that it would actually backfire on the people. That is why Mazi Nnamdi stands against any form of sit at home or any kind of thing. What Mazi Nnamdi expected was that the people will stand behind ESN to continue to do what he wanted, or what he arranged ESN for, to continue to allow ESN to deal with the Fulanis in the bushes and sustain that, to keep them away from Biafra land until he's out of their custody. But what these people are doing is that they will come to the communities, kill military people, kill police, invade their communities, and then the criminality will be on Mazi Nnamdi that he is actually committing crime, because the contraption would hold that as crime. It's common sense. The contraption will see that as crime. You should understand that going after military people on the streets and all of that is like a crime under the contraption, and they would use it against their laws to indict Mazi Nnamdi. That was why Mazi Nnamdi, when he released ESN, he said ESN operates only in the bushes. That's all. Sorry. ESN operates in the bushes. That is all. That was the message Mazi Nnamdi was given when he started ESN. ESN operates in the bushes. Why? So that anything that happens on the street, you won't say it is ESN. Mazi Nnamdi will tell you, no, my people operate in the bush. Any other thing you see on the streets is by criminal elements. So Mazi Nnamdi was now saying, seeing that the sit at home has been used as a criminal arrangement to kill people on the streets, or to attack military men, or to destroy the properties and the goods of our people who are doing their businesses. He now sees that they have utilized it against the people. He is insisting that he has not given an order for sit at home. As long as he remains the leader of IPOB, the order comes from him. So as at now, he has not given any order. So everyone must understand that the order of sit at home is illegal and is not legitimate, should not be followed, because Mazi Nnamdi will be indicted using the order by the people who are committing these crimes, either ignorantly or intentionally, to keep Mazi Nnamdi where he is, so that their own group will continue to flourish, and so that they will continue to get money from you. You should understand these things, and wisdom demands that you probe things before you begin to get yourself involved. Don't just follow because you have to follow. Make sure you reason so that you cannot make mistakes, and keep Mazi Nnamdi where he is, and make them have a reason to continue to deal with him the way they are doing. This is common sense. You must understand this. Now, the next thing that Maxwell said is that Mazi Nnamdi is not feeling well. Now, the truth about it is that if you had looked at him, you'll know he is not feeling well. He is stressed up, health-wise and mentally. Mazi Nnamdi, he's fagged out by the things that are happening, by the behaviors of our people, by the criminalities that the people are enjoying, the loots of the people. He's so tired and he's very fucked out. It is affecting his health, everything, including the incarceration, affecting his health, and everything is affecting him. Everything is telling on his health. And Maxwell said, Mazi Nnamdi is not in good health. So you should understand that your actions out there is keeping Mazi Nnamdi, giving the Nigerian contraption the reason to continue to keep him where he is, to continue to keep him in the situation he is, and to continue to make sure that he is indicted and kept in the dungeon. You know why? Because the more you do what you do, they know that you don't have anything to offer. They would only pile up evidences against Mazi Nnamdi, because what you are doing does not even affect them. They already have their militias, like Ebubago, to curtail you and deal with you. But the criminality, they will call what you have done criminality against Mazi Nnamdi. That is what they're going to do. So Mazi Nnamdi says, he is not the one who called for the sit at home. Maxwell now said, Mazi Nnamdi is not feeling fine. And so what you are doing, indirectly passing the message that what you are doing is affecting the health of Mazi Nnamdi, and you must stop. What you are doing, using sit at home, killing our people, destroying the goods of our people, going to attack military in a corner and kill them and run to the bushes, is criminal to the extent that Nigeria contraption is using it against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or using them against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu insisted that ESN should remain in the bush. The day we are going to come out, we know that we have the base to defend our coming out of the bush, and that is when the military of Biafra will be created. That is when the military of Biafra will be created. That was what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying before he was captured. He said, the day we are going to come out, we are going to come out. For now, we are dealing with the Fulanis in the bush, and that was the priority at that point in time. And what we expected from everybody who is claiming to be a part of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is that they should have sustained that tempo, keep the people remaining in the bush, Now, listen, look at what is happening right now. Look at Aimofu and look at other places in Biafra land. Look at how Fulanis are invaded, whereas these people are busy coming all out, looking for military to kill and run into the bush, indirectly creating problems for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the Nigerian government will call it treason and felony, and will call it an attack on the state. They would use it as a means, because they already created a contraption to look like a country. So they have their constitution, and they would put it on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that his men are killing our people, their military, and which is against the state. And of course, the UN recognizes Nigeria as a country. So that becomes an indictment on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why you see the lawyers trying as much as possible to educate us through their videos. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu didn't call for sit at home. He didn't call for all of these actions. Stop! 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 They are telling everybody to stop this criminality, because in the contraption it is called criminality. If you are ready to defend yourself and defend your nation, you must be well prepared. We are ill-equipped. It is not this one couple people are contributing every Saturday that can give you freedom. You guys should think it is only enriching the people who are calling for the fundraising. The only amount that they spend to sustain the guys in the bush and to make sure few guys they have, they don't have much. They put a mask. This one will go here. Later they will go to another place and talk. Go to another place and do some stuff. And you think there are many. They are very few. Very few guys somewhere who are not even up to more than 50. And 10%, about 15, between 10 and 15% goes to them. The rest goes to the pockets of all these people calling for the fundraising. You guys should think. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, and Maxwell said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not feeling fine. And what you are doing would continue to give the Nigeria agents the reason to keep him there. And his health will continue to deteriorate. So now I am making it known to you. One, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not given the command of sit at home. Sit at home has been hijacked and used as a means of killing our people and destroying our people, destroying their livelihood, destroying their expectations, and using it as a means of giving Nigeria contraption a reason to call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist and all of that. So sit at home was not from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. First, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB, not any other organization. Maxwell made it clear. He is the leader of IPOB, and he has not called for sit at home by IPOB. So whatever sit at home you are hearing from anywhere is not by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You should understand the body language of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he has to be out of that place as quickly as possible. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be out of the place, the situation they have put him. Because now it's like he's in a comatose, yes? Because he's just redundant for 4 years. Do you know what it means for someone to be in a place for 4 years? 4 years is a vital period in anybody's life for a valuable impact to humanity or on humanity. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is kept there for 4 years. Some of us are busy creating more problems for him to continue, for the Nigerian contraption to continue to hold him down. That is why this video is made. And please, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now said it. When Maxwell now asked him what he wants to say, he now said he has not given orders for sit at home. He knows what sit at home is being used for. Some of you don't understand. You just go home and you sit down. You say, hey, sit at home. We must continue sit at home. You are not thinking through. You are just thinking that you are helping and supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are not. You are creating problems for him. You must understand, who doesn't want to do things that will make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out? We all want things that will shake him. But what is happening now cannot shake anything. It is only going to give the Nigerian contraption leverage to keep him there. and everyone must sit up. Please share this broadcast on all your social media platforms. Let the people get the message. It is time we sit up and get ourselves out of this mess. It is time to free Mazi Nnamdi and to get him out of the mess that is on ground. It is time to stop the criminality using sit at home. Sit at home is not an order from Mazi Nnamdi, and he has said it. He is not a coward that he will not say what he wants. You can see in Ukraine, those people who are arrested and being tried, they will say that the government is this, the government is that people should rise up and all of that. Mazi Nnamdi too can do that. So he is not afraid to say what he wants to say. So if he wants sit at home to continue, he will say it. He's not going to be afraid of anything. He's not a coward. You should understand that. So don't say he's just saying it indirectly. No, you are using it as a means of cashing out. That's why you are saying that. Share this broadcast on all your social media platforms. Please like this and like it. Your like would help your followers and all of that to see this video. And then please subscribe. It will help YouTube to see it better, and share. It is important we share truth like this. Very, very important. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and God bless you. Very good. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much.